Hey, friends, I'm Otis Gibbs, and this is my buddy Shawn Camp. He's going to talk about his friendship with John Prine, and I'd like to thank the folks at Cowboy Arms Hotel and Recording Spa in Nashville for letting us film this video there.
He was genuine, man. John Prine, if you ever met him, you thought he was a good friend of yours, instantly. He just had I think just even in his lyrics, any line in the song would almost make you feel like you know him. He had something about him. He was trusting in everyone. I went to see, he called me back in November of 19, or I guess the first week of December of 2019. And Billy Strings was playing a concert down here at the Marathon Village or Marathon Warehouse or what? The old
Works.
Yeah, Music Works. And he said, Fiona's gone out of the country and my son's gone doing something. He said, you want to go to this concert with me tonight? Billy Strings is playing, and I told him I'd go down there. And I said, sure. I said, you want me to come pick you up? He said, yeah, that'd be great. So I go get him, and we go down there and pull around to the back door, and somebody lets us in, and they've got the balcony set up, for him, nobody else, But you got to go through the crowd. Everybody's standing up. It's like a Grateful Dead concert or something, And so they lead Prine. We open the door, and everybody's like lit from the stage lights, their faces, and we're walking into the lit crowd, and Prine's right in front of me, and everybody's just like parting. Oh, John Prine! They back up, and it's like we were just moving through this crowd of a couple of thousand people, and he was like Jesus walking through the crowd. It was like, man, he's like I don't know, he's their God or something, It was like, man, it's kind of wild, just to feel everybody's love toward him, and they just opened up the sea of, faces to let him pass right through. And he was just like, hey, how you doing? He would speak to some folks, and we got to the balcony, and they had diet ginger ales and vodka, little Smirnoff vodkas, and his favorite drink was a Handsome Johnny, which was diet ginger ale and Smirnoff vodka and a twist of lemon. And so they had all that spread out with a cooler, and they brought hot dogs up there, like platters of hot dogs for me and him to sit up there and eat, just crazy stuff. It was like hanging out with the king, and we were overlooking the crowd. I got a great picture of me and Prine up there. That's that Billy Strings photographer buddy. I'm blanking on his name now, but he took a great picture.
You're at the right show when you walk through a crowd of people and they all recognize John Prine.
Yeah.
You're at the right gig, probably.
Yeah, it was a real honor to be his chauffeur that night, and just to kind of see the crowd's reaction to him on that level, it was kind of mind-blowing. Well, I think I met him at the Whole Damn Family Christmas show, which I was a member of the Whole Damn Family. There was like 17 of us or something. I was little Shawnee Hold'em, he was little Johnny Hold'em, and that was a Christmas show we did every third Saturday of December, for a while. And it was a great band, just filled up with a bunch of crazies. And Roy Husky Jr. played bass, and Larry Hardiker played drums. We called him Hop Sing. He wore a little Japanese-looking hat or something, and I played fiddle, and Dave Ferguson would play some, and Jim Rooney, John Prine, and Pat McLaughlin, and Mike Henderson played some, and Jamie Hartford would come and play, and I don't know, it was a huge blur. Everybody might have been drinking a little bit of something or something, you know, during those days, but it was a little bit of a wild party kind of atmosphere, you know. So that's probably where I first met Prine, and I remember going to that Thanksgiving the first time to his house and playing poker with him, and probably the first year I met him, you know. And but John Prine was here a lot, coming and going, and that's another one. I waited years really after meeting Prine. I knew of a few of his songs, but I didn't want to be too, you know, like blown away by him because he was a personal friend, you know. So I didn't want to soak up his musical greatness for a while. I don't know why. I just wanted to know him, you know, rather than know all these great songs that I knew he had. I just didn't want to gush about how talented he was, you know. He was something else. But time rocked on. Eventually I did a little record for a Live at the Station Inn album, and I gave it to Oh Boy Records as a lease deal where I would get it back. But they put me on the road with Prine, opening a few shows with him, you know, and that was fun to see his crowd, you know. And what a great guy, man. We went to Arnold's several times, and if he was there, I'd always end up just sitting with him, or he would sit with us, you know. I remember I took my dad to Arnold's on his 70th birthday, and with my mom, the three of us walk in, and as we're sitting down, Prine comes in, and he sat down with us, you know. It was my dad's birthday, you know. It was just like, I don't know that he'd ever met my folks, but they hit it off, you know. And he was just a good old boy, you know.
Did you go fishing with him?
He invited me to go fishing several times, and seemed like all these big world events that would happen that he would invite me to do, like something would happen that it would fall apart with me and Prine. And he asked me to go play the Letterman show with him in New York City, and that was years ago. And we're ready to go, and the day we were supposed to leave, Letterman had a heart attack, and so Prine got canceled. And he's like, "Oh man, if I ever get booked back, you're going with me," you know. But something always fell apart. Well, then he invited me to go up to the White River in Mountain View, Arkansas, which I'm from Arkansas. He wanted me to come up there and go fishing with him and Jim Rooney and Roger Cook and Keith Sykes, and you know, there's a slew of guys that he used to hang out with. Charles Cochran, great piano player. Well, we were getting ready to go, and Charles Cochran had a car wreck and got killed. So that week got canceled. And every other time I would be on the road or something when they decided to go. And I went up there finally in 2019. He called me to go, and so we talked on a Sunday night. We were going to leave the next morning at 10 a.m. on Monday to get over there at the same time. And I was taking my dad, and we went over there. And when we get there, Prine's nowhere to be seen, you know. And so we find out he's sick and in the hospital, and he don't make it, but all of his friends are there, you know. And that place was his favorite place, and the first place he had played to a live audience and or in front of people. He was 14 years old when his family went there on vacation, and so he came back a couple times a year for a week at a time or something, and would go fishing and write songs. And so when he passed back in the first week of May this year, we all met up there, and 9 of us, and scattered his ashes out on the White River, or some of his ashes. It was pretty powerful, for sure. But he pulled us together, all that crew, you know. It was a lot of Cowboys family, you know, but some of his friends too, you know. John Earl and Brian Holmes was our fishing guide over there. So I've met a lot of friends through through Prine, for sure. I just think he had an open, loving heart, and he was just an open book, you know. And he had a quirky personality and had a wild way of saying things that drew folks in, you know. And if you listen to his songs, you knew him. So that's all there is to it, you know.
If you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see more like it, subscribe to my channel, click the like button, and tell me down below what your favorite John Prine memory is, and I'll see you somewhere down the road. Much love to you.